Hey guys, it's Skybird, and today we're going to be taking a look at my Calma Squid, this little build right here. And I know, yes, a very creative name. I wanted to play off that, obviously Calma, calamari, right? And of course, the character of Calma is inspired by a squid. He carries over that motif. And although I don't think he does it necessarily perfectly, the pieces that are introduced for that set, being the head piece here, this armor piece, this foot piece, and of course the tentacle, all do carry over the motif of a squid or squid-like features quite well, with the rings and things on here sort of mimicking the rings found on many different types of squids and octopi, or even the suction cups found on them as well. And obviously the tentacles, right? But even the Hordika foot itself, if you actually look at that from the top down, it's literally the silhouette of a squid, which I think is really clever. And it's a good use of that part, and just carrying over the design of that piece into something that feels more aquatic, if that makes sense. So one thing I'm really happy about with this build is just how I was able to actually keep sort of all of the colors separated for the most part. There are a couple of Technic pieces in here that are, black on the back end, but for the majority of the build, all of the black pretty much is pushed towards the front, and it's done in such a way that there's a gradient between them. So it doesn't just go from straight red to black, but there's actually a gentle change of color from the top and from the bottom, which gives us a much more organic look and feel than if I were to do it any other way, right? It also gives you this really nice curve from back to front with very few interruptions in there. You've got a little bit of some bumps and stuff that go up here, but it's a bionicle, right? It's got Technic stuff going on, which I like, and I think that it works out really well and carries over the effect quite nicely with pretty few pieces. With that said, the actual attachment for the tentacles themselves is not actually attached to the model itself in any way, but rather it is attached by entrapping the pieces together. Now, that's not to say you can't attach it to the model. You absolutely can, and there are definitely methods that I could use to do so. But I think this works out really well, all things considered, and gives you a very nice aesthetic. You can move the tentacle pieces around a bit by pulling on or pushing on this back piece here, but it's not anything that I would say is necessarily noteworthy, so I don't bother, doing it all that much. And it wasn't the intention of the design either. But hey, if you want to, I don't know, spread the arms out or something like that, you have the ability to do so. But yeah, so obviously it has those large black ominous eyes, right, for that deep sort of dark feel. And that also pays homage to a lot of early Rahi from Bionicle's past, where they would often use that ball joint piece as the eye itself. Something that I like to carry over in a bunch of my Rahi, and so having it here is a nice little nod to some of the older sets and older builds in general. Really like this one, as I mentioned. Personally, I do wish some of these pieces came in other colors, because I like to build things outside of the normal color schemes that those pieces appear in. So like this obviously comes in Keat Orange, but this foot piece doesn't really come in any solid colors. This doesn't come in any more colors, so it would have been nice to see them in maybe more Keat Orange or something like that, but I'm not going to complain too much. I think that the set overall looks fantastic, and it's a fun little build, so hopefully you'll get to build it for yourself. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you do want to learn kind of how to build these and other types of models, check out my links in the description for Discord and Instagram, where you can get a hold of me, and I will be posting different types of models freely available on there, as well as available for my Patreon members in the Patreon exclusive channel. So that's pretty much it, everything I wanted to say, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.